If you have already purchased at Minto Ivy Ridge, you're thinking about purchasing at Ivy Ridge, or you're living here already, this video is for you as I go over why we purchased here and how it's been so far. And we're getting into it right after this. Hey, what's going on? My name is Brad Gates with Right at Home Realty. I am a realtor here in Whitby. I do not work for Minto, and I wanted to be perfectly clear with that. I'm not pretending to work for them. I purchased from Minto back in 2017, so I just wanted to share my experience so far and hopefully answer any questions that people might have. If you are interested in purchasing here, you can reach out to me, and it's something that I can help you with. But I do not work for Minto directly. I do have a lot of people reaching out from all over the world that are looking to relocate to the Durham region, and I absolutely love it. So if you are looking to move here or purchase at Minto Ivy Ridge, you can call, text, email, send the carrier pigeon, whatever is easiest for you, and I'm here to make your move relocation go so much easier. So let's get right into it. So me and my family, we actually moved to Ivy Ridge in December of 2019. We closed December 12th, and we've been living here ever since. We actually moved from a Minto home in Oshawa. We were part of the King Meadow community, and we were happy with Minto, and pretty much we moved in June 2017. And then in September of 2017, we got an email from Minto, and they were talking about this Whitby development, and they had like all the floor plans and everything. And I just kind of kept that to myself, looked through it, and I really liked one of the houses that was in there. And then when I got home from work that day, I was talking to my wife, and then she had mentioned she had gotten an email from Minto, and we kind of talked about it, and turned out that we both really liked the same house that was kind of labeled in there. So we figured, well, let's just go check it out. We don't know. And they were doing like incentives where if you had purchased a Minto home before, they were going to give you another like $5,000 off or such. So we figured, oh, let's just go check it out. You never know. And so we went there, and I remember when they handed us the book with all the brochures in it, and I kind of saw the price list. I remember whispering in my wife's ear, and I'm like, I think we're buying a house. And sure enough, we ended up buying a house. So let's move into some of the other points on what it's like to live here. So the neighborhood is, it's made up with a lot of young families. There's tons of kids, and people are very nice and friendly so far. One of the best things that I think me and my wife really like about it is it's a new area. Sorry, it's a new house in kind of a mature area. So the houses behind us, they've been there for the last 30 years. And so we have built up trees, and we're a very short walking distance to neighborhoods that are well established and mature, and the paths, the trees are there. It's really nice in terms of the community feel that you get from being here. We like how close it is to everything. So you're close to the highways, having the 401, 407, 412. You have the GO station there. So if you're commuting to Toronto, it's a good location for that because you're a short drive to the GO station. You're very close to shopping, so if you need to do groceries, or when you first move in, you have to do all those Home Depot runs, you're really close to pretty much everything that you would need. The schools, you're close to schools, and that's kind of like a plus because they're actually pretty good schools as well. There are lots of parks around and pathways for walking. So with us, like we have a dog and we don't have any grass yet. So, we have to take our dog somewhere. So we hop him into the van, and then we drive down to the matured type area and, just take him there. So he gets a few walks every day. So he's loving it. But other than that, let's jump on to our next point. So the builders themselves, so Minto they're a very large builder. They built everywhere. They're a great builder. This is our second Minto home, and our first one that was in North Oshawa. We had a great experience with them, the construction team that was there. there's barely any issues really since we've lived here, but when they have popped up, the construction team or master care, they've been really on top of it and they've been fixing as we needed them to. So it's been really good on that sense. The construction team is amazing. We have one of the supervisors, she saw that one of our kids' big stuffed bear had a rip in it, and she asked if she could take it, and then she came back and she had a little certificate saying that it had been fixed. She had arranged to have this bear sewed, and yeah, the kids absolutely loved it, and it was definitely a good little personal touch for the construction team on something that they didn't have to do. Master care, they're very responsive, so if you ever have issues, which all new homes, you're going to have stuff that pops up. That's just a fact of the matter. The grading hasn't been done yet, so you might get water in your basement. So there's all these little things that could happen, but they're really good on trying to prevent it at first, because we haven't had anything major like leaky basements or anything like that. But the good thing is to know they're a phone call or an email away, and they're really on top of it. If it's something that's of urgent matter, they have the 24-hour hotline that you can call to fix right away. It's just been a good experience so far. Let's jump on to our next point. My next point has to do with the schools. So if you are coming here and you have children, school system is something that you want to consider, because good schools are of importance to your child's development. So depending on where you are moving, because there are different sections of the Ivy Ridge development. So if you are living in the south section, you might have to go to a different school than if you're living on the north section. So you can go on to the Durham region website. You can, if you're going to go public, you can go on to the public school board. If you're going to go Catholic, you can go on to the Catholic school board, and you can find out where your school is that you would be going to. But then you can also go on to the Fraser Institute, and you can actually check how that school ranked overall in Ontario. So the public schools that are here, you have Fallingbrook, which is an 8.8 out of 10 for a ranking on the Fraser Institute. The other elementary school is called Glendew, and that is a 5.8 out of 10. There is French Immersion as well, which is a school, I'm probably going to say this wrong because it has French in it, and I don't have, I'm not very good at French at all, but it's Julie Payette, and that has a 7.4 rating out of 10. And then if you're going to be looking at high schools, the public school is Sinclair, and that has a 6.9 out of 10. So the schools are good on the public side. And then if you're going to be going into the Catholic side, the Catholic elementary school is called St. Mark the Evangelist. That has a 6.7 rating out of 10. It's a regular school, but then it also has a French immersion type program. The high school is called Father Leo, and that has a 7.5 out of 10 ranking. And they have the regular, then they have the French program, and then they have the extended French. So that covers off the schools. So this section has to do with the different options that you can get at Minto Ivy Ridge development. So we'll start with the back-to-back towns. So they are the townhomes that are exactly as it's called. They're back-to-back. So the back of one townhome actually is attached to the back of another. So there's no backyards, but it's a good alternative for affordable living, really. They start at just below $500,000, and then they have a maintenance fee of in and around $126 per month. Our next type of townhome is the terrace towns, which they start in and around the $640,000 price range, and they have a garage, but they're at the back. So you don't have a backyard, but you do have a garage, and then you have the terrace at the front. So that's kind of like your outdoor space. There's traditional towns, which start at around $665,000 or so. And they do have condo fees, which is about $225 per month, which covers things like snow removal and yard maintenance. If you're looking for a detached home, then Minto has 36-foot lots, which range in price from about $790,000 all the way up to over $1 million. And then they have 43-foot lots, which start at around $890,000, and they go all the way to over $1 million. They do have different options available as well in terms of move-in ready, which is pretty much ready to go. Everything has been picked and such, and they do closings for that. It's like summer, fall of this year, which is 2020. And then they have design ready homes, which you do have your say in some of the things that are happening inside of the house. And they're closing anywhere between summer of this year, 2020, and then they go all the way into 2021 or such. And let's jump on to our next point. Well, that concludes the video. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, like it. If you forgot at the beginning, subscribe to the channel and click that little bell. Like I said, I have people reaching out from all over the world relocating here. So if you are looking at relocating here, or you do want to try and get one of these Minto homes, there is not a ton available still, but if you are looking at purchasing one, I can definitely help you with that. You can call, text, email, send the carrier pigeon, whatever is easiest for you. And I'm here to make your move so much easier. Thanks for watching, and until next time.